Hello, everybody. I am back. It is now Tuesday, July the 2nd. My name is Barry Anderson, and this is the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap. So I was off for about 6 trading days. Just a brief note: if you've never been to Iceland before, go. What a fabulous, fabulous country. It's quite an amazing experience. So anyway, that's my travel log for the moment. So, didn't I was back actually yesterday in the room and all that. Didn't really trade very much, so I didn't do a video, but sort of getting back to normal today. And let's take a look at Ameren. Ameren was something that came up in the pre-market. You can see right there. In fact, let me just expand this a little bit. So there's the pre-market action, that tan area right there. That's the pre-market action for Ameren. And Ameren, actually, it's almost trading like it's an earnings play. It's not an earnings play, but they did revise their revenue outlook and they raised it. So they have earnings in about, now let me just type it in again. Okay, they have earnings in about 21 days. So anyway, really good reaction. Now, I have to admit, it was really kind of choppy. And I tried to trade this, let's see, 2110. I took it over the whole number break right about there, 2110, and then that got me out, all right? I got out at 2105, moved down all the way down to 2094, and this could have kept moving down, of course, and then I got back into it on the 21 break again, and I took the trade. Where did I take the trade? Sorry, I didn't mark this up before. 2117. Oh, I did mark it up. Took it right there at 2117. It popped. I took some out at 2133 and then on the way down at 2142. Now, unfortunately, this is right when I was taking my break. And so there was definitely an argument to be made to get in right here again on the 3-bar pullback. And when that candle moves ahead on top of that or above that last bar, you can take the trade and put a stop, fairly close actually. Could have got in at 2126, a stop at the bottom there. But unfortunately, that's at noon, and I was taking my break then, so an expensive break. But all in all, it turned out very nice, and Hawley had it too. Now, you might notice something a little bit different. This is not available. Please do not ask when, and do not ask our support people. I want the big Hawley window, as I call it. You'll notice that now we have, we've been sort of promising for a little while that we're going to sort of amalgamate all the Hawleys into one window. And so this is what it can look like. You can still see, not that I really care. I honestly don't really, give a hoot about what segment any one of these alerts come from. But if you do care, there's your segment. And as you know, I love to sort on the risk on profit percent all day long. So look at Ameren. Now, I didn't take Ameren because of Hawley necessarily. In fact, there was the entry at 1034. So I got in this later on, but there it is. 21.99. Hawley got out of this earlier, because of a timed exit, but you didn't have to. So there's that one. KPTI is another interesting one. If you look at it, you'd have to see it. Let me back this out and take a look at it on the daily chart. You'll see how potentially interesting it is. There we go. You can see that if it can take this out, and it's not that far away, about 15 cents or so. Look left and look at the void. So this is a case in which if this continues, to move higher, I would be watching this one tomorrow. This could be a start. There's a nice bottoming tail on the daily. I mean, it got all the way down to 541. And hey, if it takes all this out, it could start attacking that void. So anyway, I really like the presentation of the Hawley trades now. Makes it a lot easier. I always like to sort on this the risk on profit percent all day long. So now instead of having 3 windows that I have to look, okay, which are the top ones in that window, which are the top ones in the next window, etc. Now I can just have them all in the one window, and that's how I like to use Hawley as a nice watch list for the day. And again, I don't know when it's going to be released, but it's obviously fairly soon. There was a bug in it yesterday that had to get fixed, but it's obviously fairly soon. I have the development version of it right now. And let's see, anything else I want to really go over? Oh, I just want to talk a little bit about the BCYC. If you BCYC, okay, so just before I went on vacation, I've been following this one for a while. This IPO day right back here. The IPO price was actually $14, and there are some big names behind it. Goldman Sachs being one of them, and they didn't issue very many shares. And I was really kind of surprised that it did this. This is a daily chart. It did this, but once it got over the IPO price, I decided that okay, maybe now it's time that it's Goldman and the rest of them are going to at least secure it and maybe start moving it from here. So anyway, the bottom line is this: is that I took this trade as a swing trade right here at 14.14. Now it did get up to 14.93. I didn't sell any. I was looking for a multiple move. Now here is where, what day is that? Yeah, the 6th, 20th. This is where I went on my vacation. And then look what happened the next day. I mean, this just got absolutely clobbered. Luckily, though, I did have a stop in place. I lost about $1 on this trade, but because this is a swing trade, I had a wider stop and taking fewer shares with a wider stop because again, I was looking for a multiple move, $20, $30 something, not $20 or $30 move, but maybe getting into the high teens, early 20s. Anyway, I'm still kind of stunned. Yesterday they did come out with some news. It popped it up. I think some trial they were in. It popped it up, but it gave it right back, and now we're back in the doldrums again. So, and I cannot believe there's only 10,000 shares. So this one I'm actually kind of amused at. I don't know what is going on with it, but again, what I actually should reset my alert over 14 again. To who knows? Maybe several months from now, Goldman will decide that they want to start moving this. And a little call out to KB in the room. He gave us a call on Dish early on in the trading day. Right here, look at this move for Dish. What a move! I mean, yeah, it's given it all up, but that is just a big move for Dish. And KB in the trading room gave us that one. And that is really, that's about it. Whoops. I'm in this one. I guess I should mention this. I'm in this one at 16.15. So right about here. And I want to see if it can get up to these highs right there. This had just a run right from the beginning. And if you look at it on the daily chart, I did notice this in the pre-market. And I think it even had an upgrade. And look at it on the daily chart. You see the room. Actually, I should show you on a weekly chart. It will look a little more evident. There you go. Look at that on a weekly chart. I mean, it still has room up to this area here. So, and it had a tremendous day yesterday, or a week. This is last week. It had a tremendous week last week. You can see, look at the volume that came into it. I'm not sure if this was an IPO back here, but let me see. I can tell if it was. Yeah, it looks like it was an IPO back here. So that's June the 26th of 2017. So about 2 years ago. Anyway, but look at the volume. I mean, this is the biggest volume week it's had. I mean, that's what you got to look. You have to look at. Look at the volume. I mean, there's usually reason for volume, both on the way up and on the way down. All right, so that is about it, everybody. I'm just sort of getting back into the trading scheme of things. Now, just so you know, the market is closed after half a day tomorrow. So it'll be closed at 1 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. And then, of course, that's a Wednesday. And then on Thursday, it's closed all day for the July 4th holiday in the United States. So it's only open half a day tomorrow. Now, there will be a promo code. I cannot give it to you yet. It's not active yet. There will be a promo code for July 4th. If you come into the room tomorrow, I will be able to give it to you. I'm not sure when it's going to be activated, but I'll give it to you, and then you can test to see when it will be active. And it'll be good for at least 20%, maybe 25% off. And that'll be off the first month or the entire year of any one of the subscriptions that we do have. All right, everybody, I want to get back into the room. So bring back the capture program. Great to be back trading again. But I tell you, I had a wonderful, wonderful time in Iceland. Fantastic place to visit. Man, can't say enough good things about it. All right, everybody. So I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern, and I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.